Silence is complicity.
Silence is complicity.
Silence is complicity.
In recent months, acts that threaten the safety of marginalized communities have surfaced on the University of Iowa campus.
Most recently, acts of racist vandalism have specifically targeted Black students on campus.
And leaflets have advertised white supremacy to the student population as a whole.
These blatant and aggressive acts, among others, are intended to broadcast hatred towards marginalized groups on campus.
Every act of racist vandalism.
Every derogatory comment uttered in passing.
Every act of racist vandalism.
And every perpetuated stereotype threatens the security of all students of color.
At both the institutional and individual level, we must recognize that this rhetoric is not new, and that minority identities on our campus have always faced contempt and degrading treatment.
I have always known it.
I have always known it.
I have always known it.
But all too often, these appalling acts have been met with silence.
To make our campus more inclusive, we must recognize there is an inherent problem with racism in our society and on our campus. Dismissing acts that degrade, exclude, and attack underrepresented identities is a complicit act.
If you are not a person of color, you can and should actively support marginalized identities here on campus.
When marginalized communities offer their perspective, listen.
When a friend makes a stereotypical comment, hold them accountable.
Because silence always inflicts more damage than meets the eye.
It endorses the person who drew a SWAT sticker on artwork celebrating Black life on campus.
It endorses the person that called me a terrorist on campus because I was wearing my culture's clothing.
Silence says I'm supposed to get used to it.
It says this is the way things have always been.
And this is the way it will continue to be.
As members of the University of Iowa community who contribute to the environment on campus, we have the power to stamp out white supremacy.
For too long, we have neglected to put the narratives of identities experiencing oppression at the forefront of this conversation.
We have neglected to take it upon ourselves to become aware of their experiences.
We cannot just acknowledge the existence of stereotypes and prejudices.
But we must actively find ways to combat them.
Because silence is not a neutral act. It is an affront on my dignity.
It is an affront on my dignity.
It is an affront on my dignity.
Confront actions that perpetuate prejudice.
Analyze the origins of your biases.
Understand the dynamics of your identity and the advantages it may provide you.
In the meantime, we can celebrate and support the multicultural student orgs that fight every day to eliminate white supremacy.
Because their work is the reason we continue moving forward.
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 My sexuality and my gender expression will not be open to criticism.
My identity,
My culture,
And my very existence at this university and in this country should never be up for debate.
Because this is my home too.
This is my home.
This is my home.
this is our home.
And we belong here.